impart the same commentary that they impart to all people when they're struggling with something. They should pick themselves up by the bootstraps. Nobody forces anybody to do those, right? That is the Republican talking point for everything else. I think what we have here is a lame attempt at a power grab, a distraction from what has been one of the worst, probably 6 or 7 months for any sitting U.S. president. So while Congress needs to do its job, Congress needs to call him and rescind any authorization retroactively for actions that he took. And two, and without delay, they need to release the Epstein files. And I know that this is going to sound very ridiculous for me to say. Oil and distraction in this moment. I think the issue right now is oil and distraction. How do I change the news cycle? How do I disengage people from something that is sincerely having happened in this country? But I find myself frustrated as fuck that we would be in other people's business when our shit isn't together. And I think that we have the Congress has an obligation at this point to hold this administration accountable, because next month is going to be something else. The month after, it's going to be something else. And this has started as a slow leak that is slowly starting to become a constant flow in this country. And I'm going to land on this, and this is going to piss some people off. It was part of the argument that happened last night, Smitty, that ended up having me miss my flight. And Covey wasn't the one that did it. But if Kamala was in office, this wouldn't be happening. It wouldn't be happening. Covey, I said that especially for you to make sure that you explode while I get off.
All right, let's do this. So real quick, I know Covey wants to ask Roberto a question, but please, y'all, we only got 117,000 likes, and we've had quite the live and quite the debate this morning. So please, if you appreciate the education and the back and forth and the feeling, hopefully you walk away from this feeling a bit more educated about the subject than you did when you came in. I would appreciate it if you could tap the screen and also share out the live. Go ahead, Covey. I know you want to ask Roberto a question.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. I was listening to Roberto. Did you say until who picks a competent government? Did you say until they pick a competent government? Is that what you said?
Can I answer? Yeah. There was already an election that was won by Edmundo Gonzalez. He's already an elected president, and he's currently in Spain. So he's not going to pick somebody else. He's already elected. And we just want somebody to help us to bring that guy back. That's it.
Okay, and
you do understand that's not what's happening, though.
Yeah.
So you understand that what you're saying is just an assumption of many things that he's not saying.
One second.
So
one second. Roberto.
Hold on, real quick. Let me just make sure. So Roberto was answering Covey's question. I want to make sure Covey was also done. Then Carolina,
I'm pretty sure in the press conference they said Hegseth would be running the country and Rubio. The same. Yeah, but why are they running the transitional government? I'm confused. Are they Venezuelan? Like, I'm confused as to how you, as a Venezuelan person, are perfectly fine with one random dude who has like this fat ass Jerusalem cross on his chest, who leaked some classified like a WhatsApp chat or whatever, Telegram chat that he had, a guy who's very careless, who's American. Why are you as a Venezuelan okay with a random American person who was not born and raised in Venezuela, who has no ties to Venezuela, to lead your transitional government? I am so, again, Smitty, this is what confuses me, right? Why are people okay with being led by foreigners? Even if it's just a transition, even if it's just...
You don't understand well what's going on.
No, I do understand though. Listen, Roberto, respectfully, Roberto, I am from the global south. I have a lot of issues with my own government in the global south. But regardless of how many issues I have with my government, I would never, ever be okay with some random foreigner leading my country. That's
It's
the
not
issue that I
leading the
have. Like,
country, it's
where
leading a
is your level?
transition.
Where
It's not the same.
it
Leading a
is
transition is
the
not
same.
leading a
It is the same.
government.
It is the same.
No, it's
Because
the
you want to,
same.
no.
You cannot have that such comparison. We are
So
intelligent
I'm so
enough
sorry,
to understand
Smitty.
the difference.
Smitty,
So real quick.
I'm so sorry, Smitty. Can I just say, would any American, even Mr. Right Winger, oh my God, can you mute? Even Mr. Right Winger, I'm a patriot American guy. Would any American be okay with a random Russian person leading your country? Would you be okay? Like, as an American person, listen.
No chance.
Can I answer?
Not at all.
Oh, so real quick, she got a phone call. I just want to make sure she's done, and then I want to give Roberto and Right
I'm
Wing
so
an
sorry. Yeah, I'm not done. I'm not done.
I'll give
I'm
both
sorry.
of y'all an opportunity. Let's make sure.
Yeah, I'm not done. I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
I'm
go
sorry. There are 870 people here. Americans lost their mind when Zoran Mamdani won New York. They were saying, oh my God, we can't let a foreigner win our election when this guy is an American citizen, okay? No single American person, Roberto, you're not a self-respecting person, I understand. You want to be led by other people, I understand. But I'm telling you right now, even Mr.
Hold on, Right Wing.
I'm sorry.
Hold on.
You know, I'm sorry. I thought.
What is up
my
with these
mute is
men and not
working.
letting women finish?
No, my mute is not working. I'm
What
trying
is
to
up
watch
with these
something.
men? I feel
I got you.
if this is any indication of how you treat women within your lives, I feel really bad because what is up with these men and not letting women finish? Child, what the hell?
Okay, go ahead, Cubby.
I'm so sorry, but I just wanted to land with this, okay? There are 911 people here. I can tell you right now definitively there's not a single American here who would want to be led by a foreigner. Even Mr. Right Winger here, who's trying to encourage Roberto to be literally colonized by a foreigner, he would not want to be led by a Russian person or a Chinese person or an Iranian person, okay? He would have picked up his he would have like exercised his Second Amendment rights and said he wanted to revolt against the country had a foreigner been leading it. But he wants other people to be okay with being led by foreigners.
Okay. Let's so Roberto and Right Wing. Shauna, thank you so much, fam. Appreciate all the support. Thank y'all for tapping the screen more. Appreciate it. Let's keep it going. Let's get to 150,000 likes. If you want me to rotate, let's get to that number quickly, and I might rotate some folks out, okay? But let's go to Roberto and Right Wing. Both of y'all give y'all an opportunity to respond. And then I want to get Jermaine in. Jermaine's been waiting forever to get his opening comment. Go ahead, Roberto and Right Wing. Both of y'all can jump in. Go ahead.
Thank you. I just want to emphasize something that I think people is not hearing. We have already a president. We have already elected a president that is currently in Spain. His name is Edmundo Gonzalez. So I hope actually Cove is listening. I mean, she cannot keep repeating the same rhetoric that we are going to be led by somebody else. We are just expecting this elected president to come back to Venezuela to take the position he was elected. That's it. And this transition, if we find somebody we can trust, I hope actually that we can do it. But currently, there is nobody. That's the fact. So if they want to support on that, like they're doing in some other countries, like in Middle East or somewhere else, I don't mind. I mean, at least we know that this is a transition, and he never said that they will rule and they will be there forever. So my point is, please don't get repeating the idea that they will be ruling the Venezuela and they will be appointing somebody like a Russian or somebody. It's not like that. And then coming back quickly on the fact that U.S. is trying to do something like a police thing. U.S. is not meant to be a police, but at the end, you need to protect yourself from terrorists and everything. So if Venezuela is going to become a place where people like terrorists and drug cartels can freely do what they want, and you believe that that will not affect U.S., you're just having a wishful thinking. You at the end will be affected, and you have been affected. So this decision is not to help Venezuelans; it's also to protect U.S. citizens.
Okay, thank you, and thank you to the person in the comments that said that Carolina was supposed to go next. So I messed it up. So let's go Carolina, and then Right Wing. Heather, thank you so much as always. You are incredible. I really appreciate all your support. But yeah, go ahead, Carolina, and then Right Wing.
Thank you. And I just want to
Carolina, then Jermaine, friend. Carolina, then Jermaine.
Oh, okay.
You said that's what you said.
Okay, go ahead. Catalina.
Thank you. And just a reminder, all I want for my birthday today is the fall of the U.S. empire. Anyway, so that's actually, but this is why I was trying to say, like, what you're stating is false, Roberto. They have no intention in putting in place Gonzalez. They have no intention of it. They've stated that. Even before this press conference, and they stated that they were going to put Hegseth and Rubio in charge of this, transition, they already have been favoring Machada. Machada has no right to claim to the presidency of Venezuela. But the reason is because she is a right-wing lunatic who is stating that she will openly give 80% of the oil subsidies to the United States empire. So that's why I'm saying, like, I am not sitting here trying to tell y'all, like, oh, you should be sad about Maduro. That is not what is going on. But for you to sit here and think that the United States coming in and overseeing this transition is going to benefit the Venezuelan people, they have not had any communication with Gonzalez. They have not had any communication with any of the previous candidates who ran for office, whether in the past, 2 decades. They've had no conversation. They have no vested interest in protecting Venezuelan people. They only have a vested interest in protecting the United States empire, their interest in foreign oil, and their interest in the global south and having that geopolitical dominance. So they have already decided if they're going to put someone in, it will be a hand-picked puppet and a right-wing person like Machada who is going to capitulate to the United States interests. So I don't know why, again, like Kobe was stating, why you think that they're going to do anything in the interest of your country is absolutely insane.
Can I answer?
Okay. Real quick, let's do this. Let me, Roberto, give me 1 second. Let me get Jermaine's comment, and then I'll let you come back in with right wing as well. But Jermaine's been waiting forever. So let me get him in, and then Roberto, I'm sure you probably will want to respond to what he has to say too. So, Jermaine, thank you, brother, for your patience. And let's go ahead and get your opening statement. Go ahead.
Smitty, how's it going, brother?
Good, man. How are you?
Good to talk to you. Man, maintaining, man. I love waking up to war crimes. Not really, but so I think a lot of people, there are a lot of points being made over the last, I guess, hour and a half or so.
Mm-hmm.
I first want to say, and this is a blatant U.S. intervention. This is a coup. This is a attempted regiment change. And this is change. This is nothing new from the United States when it comes to the global South. Right? Mm-hmm. We can go from Cuba to Nicaragua. We can go from Brazil. They want to maintain a dominant force all over the world. So they're going to pick a country that is rich in resources, Venezuela, to install their puppet, to maintain dominance of the region. This is what they've done to the Middle East. This is what they use Israel for, is to maintain their dominance over in the Middle East. So this is what they do. Yes, it is a war crime. I do not care about it is. Like, we can call it what it is. Like, who are you? Who is the United States this is basically a modern version of allegedly white man's burden. Like, be serious. Like, they want to extract resources and dominate control over the entire world, because every time they feel like they're losing their grip on it, they find ways to tighten it back up. And this has been a long game play for a long time. And I know Smitty, I respect James, I respect him, but the whole thing of this would not happen if Harris was president. He gotta stop saying that. First off, it's tone deaf. It's tone deaf. I don't give a shit. It's tone deaf. While a country right now actively bombing a country, killing, unaliving men, women, and children, and we're talking about this wouldn't happen if Harris was in president. Are we talking about whether a liberal or Republican presidents? They both have upheld the imperialist dominance and hegemony of the United States. Like, it doesn't matter who's in. Some may do it different than others, Smitty. Now, we know this guy, he is a full-on fledged dictator. He does it in a different way, his way, openly and bold, with no regard for human life. But none of these politicians, especially presidents, have no regard for human life, especially abroad. Like, so to say that, no, because are we forgetting that Obama turned Libya to an open slave market, bombing them, unaliving Gaddafi? Like, because he wanted to get away from the U.S. way. and function on their own. We can critique Gaddafi and his policy. We can critique all these other leaders, but we must reject U.S. interference, regiment change, and coup.
Thank you, Risa. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So
Okay.
the idea of that this would not happen.
Let me ask you a question that a lot of people have been stating in the comments. I just want to get your opinion on it, and then we'll go to I think right wing was next. But let me get your opinion on what a lot of people are saying in the comments around. Hey, the Venezuelan people seem very happy about this. They seem like, and then also to what Roberto was saying about, hey, you know, he feels that there was interference with the election, and so, you know, now the people that are getting put in are the people that should have been put in power in the first place. What do you think about that?
Okay, so I want to address that first question because there are always like puppets and agents of white supremacy. And those are very small number of people. So there are just like people celebrated when Fidel Castro, you know, when he passed away, there were those Gusanos who celebrated his passing. So there are all these small number of people who are usually, you know, white passing agents of white supremacy. So those are the people that are celebrating. They're either sipping that U.S. propaganda juice, Smitty, and also the Gusanos, because the same when it comes to Cuba. Whenever time the U.S. tries to strangle Cuba, they do. You have those small number, especially those Miami Cubans, the white Cubans, is what they really are, because Fidel Castro exiled their white plantation owning families out of the country. So they're always gonna be like people who are against that, but very small number. So and what was your last one? What was your last question?
Oh, about the election interference, and now the U.S.
Okay.
put in there.
So when it comes to election, and there are, and especially in Venezuela, Maduro was democratically elected by the people. There was no rig. Who is the U.S. to talk about rigging of elections out of all people? Right? So they were carefully observed. He was democratically elected by the people, Smitty. So that whole thing was just another U.S. propaganda. It's just a lie. They trying to spew what, Smitty? It was rigged election, Smitty. Was it? Now it was the war on drugs play. It was the drug play now. So all these different tones and rhetorics are changing, or they're just throwing whatever out there to try to justify this regimen change and coup attempt. So that's all what it is.
Okay. All right. Right wing.